What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another cooking tutorial. Today we are going to be making a low-calorie, high-protein breakfast pizza. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. I have all the ingredients before me. We have mozzarella cheese, carb balance wrap, cottage cheese, nutritional yeast, and I'm doing ground turkey, but it calls for turkey sausage, yada yada yada. But I'm doing ground turkey. I'm actually going to start, so I'm going to use this for, there's a lot, this is not all for this. I'm going to use, so it calls for about 3 ounces of ground turkey for this specific recipe, but I am going to use the ground turkey in another recipe, so I'm just going to cook it all while doing this. So I'm going to start with that. Lovely. But you would only have to cook 3 ounces. Or minus 20, 80, yeah, 84 grams. I'm going to slap this on the cast iron. I guess I'll show you. Oh, it's a lot of meat. Voila. Turn that on and get that cooking. Dang. I perhaps should have used a bigger pan. But what are you gonna do? That's gonna take a while. Okay. So in the meantime, while that cooks, we will get started with the actual recipe. So I'm actually very excited about this. Let me double check on ye old phone. So first we're going to blend the cheese sauce. We're going to make homemade cheese sauce using the cottage cheese and nutritional yeast. So grab your preferred pureeing tool and grab your scale, actually. That is a very important part of this. Trust the old scale. Now you're gonna put, let me double check, yes, 1 serving of low-fat cottage cheese. I'd recommend that at least. Save yourself on some unnecessary calories. Mine says hi. Bring y'all back this way. Now, nutritional yeast. 1 tablespoon, which is approximately 1 second. Okay, so I came to the realization that the 3 pounds of turkey was going to take way too long, so I ended up measuring out 4 ounces, separating it, putting it in the pan off to the side for the meantime. Now, back to your regular, you know what I mean, putting the yeast in. Wow. Oh. It looks like something's already spilled. So, 1 tablespoon is approximately 14 grams. Okay. Well, I don't know. after adding your 14 grams, or if I did it completely wrong, we're going to puree this into a nice creamy sauce. So I'll be right back. I believe I was wrong about the nutrition release. Do not add 15 grams, but we're still going to use this anyway. Put this off to the side. So go ahead and measure out. I'm just going to do a serving of cheese, because I like dairy. Even though I'm, to be honest, lactose intolerant, I believe. Undiagnosed. Alright, 28 grams, well, 30 grams, but close enough. Put your cheese back in your fridge and put your cheese over to the side. Next up, you're going to cook up the turkey and scramble your two eggs. Alright, so we're going to cook up our turkey, get it nice and prepared. While that's kind of doing its thing, I'm going to take 2 voluptuous eggs and crack them into a separate container. One, 2. Voila. Voila. Beautiful. We are using 93% lean ground turkey today. 22 grams of protein. I believe 160 calories. Put that off to the side. Now, that's a little dirty, so I'm going to clean that. Now we're going to scramble our eggs. I did leave those a little bit runny only because I will be putting them back into the oven, so they will kind of dry out a little if I overcook them too much. So, not going to do that. Parchment paper on the pan. Wrap on the pan. I am using a Mission whole wheat wrap, 80 calories, quite a bit of fiber actually. Too much fiber in my opinion. Now you're going to take your cheese concoction and spread it on. We are going to add all the rest of the toppings. So I'm going to start with the turkey. Trying to spread it as much as I can evenly. This is why I kind of fine chopped it. Lovely. Now the eggs. Oh no. Trying to spread it nice and evenly. Like so. Voila. And finally, top that all with your cheese. Oh, I guess that was more than enough cheese. Now we're going to put this in the oven at 375 for 10 to 12 minutes, or until the cheese is melted and bubbly around the edges. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pizza is finished. The timer just went off. I'm gonna let it sit in there for a couple more minutes. The macros of all the ingredients that I used kind of went off the recipe a little bit. I use it as a baseline for what ingredients to use, not the measurements. Well, yes and no. So 636 calories in total. We have 41 grams of carbs, 31 grams of fat, and 72 grams of protein. Talk about a good ratio right there. I would want that no more than 720 calories, meaning we have over 1 gram of protein for every 10 calories in this meal. Perfect ratio. Now let's see how this thing turned out. It smells phenomenal. If it's good enough, I might. Ooh. Oh yeah. Look at that beauty. Look at that. I can't pick it up. Look at that. Oh. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Right on. So I'm gonna get that onto a plate. Hold up. Actually, no, we're gonna leave that on there because this will be easier to cut like this. Back off, dog. Hot. Danger. Danger, danger, danger. Do not burn yourself, please. All right, now we're gonna cut ourselves a nice slice. So we already discussed the macros. They are perfect. Just the way I want them to be. Already, this meal, I feel, is gonna get a high fucking rating. It is a single serving. I mean, realistically, you could divide this, oh my, into 2 meals. I'm not. Because I can dog this entire thing right here and right now. And chances are that is exactly what's going to happen. Ooh, yeah. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That is burning my finger. First bite. Okay. Not a crazy amount of flavor. A little disappointing. Oh, okay. Well, that is definitely more than 40 calories. Very liquidy. That is what it looks like now. Check it out, check it out. Let's give it another taster. I'm gonna go with this one. Doesn't have too much sauce on it. So this is the second. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the one. This is gonna be a solid 7. It is extremely good. Thus far, one of my favorites. However, there's more to be desired. It doesn't have that like, whoa factor. But it's a decent size. The macro ratio is phenomenal. Very simple and easy to make. I would definitely say you could prep it, especially if you make a ton of the cheese sauce and then just use it as needed. But no, 100%. It's good. And with that buffalo sauce, it became even better. Highly recommend giving this one a try. I mean, I don't know if I'd recommend it for individuals who don't have a ton of calories in the day, but if you got 2,000 plus to work with on a daily basis, this is the move. I mean, I literally finished the entire pizza within the span of us talking to each other. Whew. Whew. Definitely give it a try. Let me know what you think down in the comments. This is a 100% recommend. It was quick, it was easy, it was macro friendly. Yeah, no, that was good. I'd make another if I wasn't going out to dinner with my dad. But it is what it is. Give that a try. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And I'll see you next time for another cooking tutorial. Peace.